Handshake. A handshake is a globally widespread, brief greeting or parting tradition in which two people grasp one of each other's like hands, in most cases accompanied by a brief up and down movement of the grasped hands. Handshakes are sometimes used to signify romantic relationships. Using the right hand is generally considered proper etiquette. Customs surrounding handshakes are specific to cultures. Different cultures may be more or less likely to shake hands, or there may be different customs about how or when to shake hands. History. Archaeological ruins and ancient texts show that handshaking, also known as dexiosis, was practiced in ancient Greece as far back as the 5th century BC. A depiction of two soldiers shaking hands can be found on part of a 5th century BC funerary stele on display in the Pergamon Museum, Berlin, Stele SK 1708, and other funerary steles like the one of the 4th century BC which depicts Thrasias and his wife Euandria handshaking. See images on the right. The handshake is believed by some to have originated as a gesture of peace by demonstrating that the hand holds no weapon. Meanwhile, Muslim scholars tell that custom of handshaking was introduced by the people of Yemen. Gallery. Modern customs. There are various customs surrounding handshakes, both generically and specific to certain cultures. The handshake is commonly done upon meeting, greeting, parting, offering congratulations, expressing gratitude, or completing an agreement. In sports or other competitive activities, it is also done as a sign of good sportsmanship. Its purpose is to convey trust, respect, balance, and equality. If it is done to form an agreement, the agreement is not official until the hands are parted. Unless health issues or local customs dictate otherwise, a handshake is made usually with bare hands. However, it depends on the situation. Germ spreading. Handshakes are known to spread a number of microbial pathogens. Certain diseases such as scabies are known to spread the most through direct skin-to-skin contact. A medical study has found that fist bumps and high fives spread fewer germs than handshakes. In light of the 2009 H1N1 pandemic, the Dean of Medicine at the University of Calgary, Thomas Feasby, suggested that fist bumps may be a nice replacement of the handshake in an effort to prevent transmission of the virus. Following a 2010 study that showed that only about 40% of doctors and other healthcare providers complied with hand hygiene rules in hospitals, Mark Sklonsky, a doctor at UCLA Hospital, decided to test a handshake-free zone as a method for limiting the spread of germs and reducing the transmission of disease. However, UCLA did not allow the ban of the handshakes outright, but they rather suggested other options like fist bumping, smiling, bowing, waving, and non-contact namaste gestures. Chemosignaling. It has been discovered as a part of a research in the Weizmann Institute, that human handshakes serve as a means of transferring social chemical signals between the shakers. It appears that there is a tendency to bring the shaken hands to the vicinity of the nose and smell them. They may serve an evolutionary need to learn about the person whose hand was shaken, replacing a more overt sniffing behavior, as is common among animals and in certain human cultures, such as Tuvalu, Greenland or rural Mongolia, where a quick sniff is part of the traditional greeting ritual. World records. Atlantic City, New Jersey Mayor Joseph Lazarow was recognized by the Guinness Book of World Records for a July 1977 publicity stunt, in which the mayor shook more than 11,000 hands in a single day, breaking the record previously held by President Theodore Roosevelt, who had set the record with 8,510 handshakes at a White House reception on January 1, 1907. This had already been broken, in 1963, by Lance Dowson in Wrexham, and Wales, who shook 12,500 individuals' hands in 10.5 hours. This was recognized by the Guinness World Records Organization and published in their 1964 publication. Psy DJ Jim Scott broke the record at Northgate Mall, Cincinnati. On August 31, 1987, Stephen Potter from St. Albans Round Table shook 19,550 hands at the St. Albans Carnival to take the world record for shaking most hands verified by the Guinness Book of Records. The record has since been exceeded but has been retired from the book. Stephen Potter still holds the British and European record. On August 15, 2008, Kirk Williamson and Richard McCulley broke the Guinness Book's world record for the world's longest handshake, single hand, when they met at Aloha Stadium in Honolulu, Hawaii and shook hands for 10 hours, besting the previous record of 9 hours and 19 minutes set in 2006. On September 21, 2009, Jack Tsonies and Lindsay Morrison then broke that record by shaking hands for 12 hours, 34 minutes and 56 seconds. Their record was broken less than a month later in Claremont, California, when John Clark Levin and George Posner shook hands for 15 hours, 15 minutes, and 15 seconds. The next month, On 21st of November, Matthew Rosen and Joe Ackerman surpassed this feat, with a new world record time of 15 hours, 30 minutes and 45 seconds certified in the latest edition of the Guinness Book of Records on page 111. At 8 p.m. EST on Friday, January 14, 2011, the latest attempt at the longest handshake commenced in New York Times Square, and the existing record was smashed by semi-professional world record breaker Alistair Galpin and Don Purden from New Zealand and Nepalese brothers Rohan and Santosh Timulsina, who agreed to share the new record after 33 hours and 3 minutes. In June 2016, an Algerian woman married to a Frenchman took part in a naturalization ceremony, Cérémonie d'accueil dans la citoyenne française, in the department where the couple lives. She refused to give a handshake to the prefect and to a local representative and claimed her religious faith would ban her from touching foreign men. Thereupon, she did not receive the French nationality. On April 20, 2017, Prime Minister Bernard Cazeneuve signed a decree approving that decision. The Algerian woman filed a suit. On April 11, 2018, the Conseil d'État approved the decree. 2018, the Conseil